Hello and welcome. You're watching Cricbuzz Comm Box at the end of the 10 overs of Ireland's innings. I've got PPPD, Mr. Parthiv Patel with me. And Parthiv, Ireland, after winning the toss, opting to bat first, would not be happy where they see themselves at the end of 10 overs. 60 for 4?
Yeah, absolutely. They won't be happy for sure. I think the wicket looked really good. There was no lateral movement on the wicket. But we've spoken about Sri Lankan bowling also, right? I mean, they have a complete bowling attack. They've brought in Tikshana at the right time. He got a wicket. Hairu Kumara was fantastic the way he was hitting the length. I thought Sri Lanka was really good with with hitting the length. And you got to give if you want to criticize Ireland, I think they played far too many shots, playing behind the wicket. They could have, the wicket was such where they could have actually played through the line, but I thought the shot selection was not up to the mark as far as Ireland is concerned.
But what can the thought process behind playing those shots behind the wicket be? I mean, as you said, the wicket's really good. We were talking about this in the pre-show as well. The wickets at Hobart are really very good, and that reflected in our score predictions as well. Yeah. But what could be the reason behind them playing just behind the wicket?
Yeah, it's difficult to understand, and this is probably the flattest wicket in Australia. And I remember where Virat Kohli scored those runs against Sri Lanka. And I've played in the games where there were 300, 340 has been chased. Obviously 50 over games, but here, people actually look forward to going to Hobart as a batsman and try and get runs. But yeah, I mean, as I said, the shot selection wasn't right. They could have played through the line. And so as an opener or as a batting unit, it is very important to assess the condition. I thought Ireland didn't assess the condition. If it was seaming around, you maybe try and play those cute shots. But here, I thought they were not up to the mark.
Yeah, they weren't. But Sri Lankan bowlers, well, let's have a look at how they've done till the 10th over mark of this Ireland innings. And if you look at that, all their mainstays have gotten wickets. And now, more importantly, Vanindu Hasaranga has 3 overs left in the back 10.
Yeah, I mean, Hasaranga has 3. You've got Tikshana has got 3 as well. So Tikshana is one of your,
that's 6 of the 10 overs.
Yeah. So and yeah, obviously, see what Sri Lanka's bowling did. There were quite a few bold dismissals, right? I mean, it shows that they bowled in areas. They bowled into the stumps. So that's where if you're trying to play big shots or those cute shots, if you miss, there are more chances of getting out. So if you look at 2 bold dismissals, and obviously Paul Stirling had no choice. He had to go for it. He had to go for it. It was a right shot to go for it. It was a good off spinner trying to go over cover, but I thought it was a brilliant catch. And Curtis Camper is one of their key players. Just got out right before the 10th over. So I think wicket fell down every time. You looked like they are building a partnership, and wicket fell.
Yeah, but we saw in the game against between England and Afghanistan that Afghanistan, despite having a very low total on the board, did really stretch England right towards the end. How much do Ireland need for them to be safe and say, all right, we can at least push Sri Lanka a bit?
See, I think so. When you are 60 for 4 kind of score in first 10 overs, you actually go into inning thinking that we might want 160, 170. But now they'll have to reassess. They'll have to think you've got to give something to our bowlers to bowl.
Exactly.
And that would be say around 130. I mean, they would be thinking if we get 130 and we get a couple of wickets earlier on the Sri Lankan batters, and we know that Sri Lankan batsmen they rely heavily on their openers.
And so, now without Nissanka today.
Yeah. So absolutely. So I think they would be thinking 130. We'll give something to our bowlers.
Yeah, but that's still what, 60, 65, 70 runs extra from here with 6 overs between Hasaranga and Tikshana. That's going to take some doing. But that's all on this installment of Cricbuzz Comm Box. Thank you, Bibi, for joining in. Thank you to all of you as well. We'll see you at the end of the 20 overs with Cricbuzz Live.